making this video to talk about some of my satanic experiences with Satan. The sun's in my eyes, so if I'm squinting, that's why. My girlfriend is highly psychic. She sees spirits all the time. She gets petrified in the dark because she's been having communication with spirits since she was 5 years old, since her grandmother died and came to visit her and danced with her and told her she would never see her again. That was when she was 5. She's naturally gifted. So here's one or two experiences her and I have had together. So her and I used to belong to an eclectic witchcraft coven that her and I started basically. One time I'll have to use coded language because of YouTube community guidelines. So one time her and I were being intimate, physically intimate, you know what I mean, engaging in adult behaviour. And she screamed out loud and she was petrified. And I put my hands up like this to put both my hands up to show her, like, you've nothing to be afraid of. She says, no, it's not you. He's behind you. Turns out that she said, and I trust her, she said, and I quote, there was a demon behind you. He was 30,000 years old and multidimensional. That's what she said. And I now believe she didn't say that. It was the demon that spoke through her, because that's not the kind of language. That's not I know how my girlfriend talks, and that's not how she talks. The demon spoke through her. Before she screamed, I felt what I can only describe as someone pouring nice, calming, pleasant, hot oil on my back. It was a nice, pleasant experience. It was so subtle that if she hadn't have screamed, I wouldn't noticed it. But after she screamed and I thought about it, I thought, hold on. I felt something on my back. And she said, he was either on you or he was in you. So that's one experience her and I have had together. I mean, before that, a woman walked up to me in a cafe. It says, I hope you don't mind me telling you this, but there's a big black spirit behind you who says, either she said he wants to work with you. I'm checking my mirror. I'm in the van, look. I'm checking my wing mirror just to see no one's approaching my van. Either she said he wants to work with you, or you want to work with him, or he's telling me you want to work with him. I says, yeah. I invited the 84 demons from the Ars Goetia to inhabit my body. So that was a year or two before the experience of my girlfriend that I've just told you. Another experience is I'll tell you a recent one. There's been others. There's been numerous others, but another one is her and I were doing. There's so many, but I'll just tell you this one. Her and I were doing a ritual. Set up an altar. Set up a dark left-hand path altar. She said, "I seen him," meaning Satan. "I seen him before the ritual began." And she says, "I took a photograph." And then she got the photograph developed, and sure enough, as usual, over her shoulder in the picture is a photograph of a beast with big horns. The horns are like 18 inches above her head. During the ceremony, the ritual, she got behind me and grabbed my shoulders and said, "Look, Stephen, can you see them?" And she pointed to the dark. There was a kind of corridor. We were in a hotel room. There was a corridor, and she says, "Look, Stephen, can you see them?" And I'm looking, and I says, "I can feel them. But I can't see them." We then had ritualistic sex magic within a circle. I set out to be inhabited. She set out to be inhabited by Satan. We were possessed by Satan. I felt it. She felt it. So then, in the morning, We woken up, and on the mirror, you won't believe it, you will not believe it. She says, what's that on the mirror? I think there was two mirrors. There was one in the bathroom and one in the hallway, but one mirror it said me, M-E, me. And on the other mirror, it was written with like grease from a finger. You know, like if you put your finger down a clean window or a clean mirror, you'll leave grease stains behind you, and it's more pronounced with your hair, but it's with your finger also. Anyway, on the mirror, you won't believe this, was the numbers 666. Honestly, I'm not kidding. I have a photograph of it. So yeah, there's been other experiences, but this is just a few of the experiences that me and my girlfriend have had. She's highly psychic, sees them all the time. They frighten her. I see them out the corner of my eye and I sense them. But she was at a spiritualist church once. The sun has just went behind a cloud, so that's why the change in light. She was at a spiritualist church once, and the reader says to her, you, talking to my girlfriend, she says, you have the gift, the capacity of seeing spirits in physical form. So my girlfriend's as psychic as hell, and this is just one or two satanic experiences her and I have had. It takes a divine being to know another divine being, and I recognize you. I recognize you, my friend. You are a divine being. Thank you for watching. Hail the dark. All life comes from dark. Every human being is born from a dark womb. Dark holes create fresh universes. Vegetables grow underground in the dark. All life creates universe. So thank you for watching. Hail the dark.